Packaging for Profit, how to engage your consumers from shelf to pantry and grow your revenue. I'm a consultant now. I've been searching the world for best-in-class case studies of how brands have grown through packaging. There's a really big story here, and that's what I want to share with you today. And this is all about how do you drive engagement so that a person puts the package in their cart and drives it to the pantry. So to do that, let's start with the evolution of packaging and then ultimately where we are today. Packaging started as bulk delivery. People would buy food and put it into their satchels, take it home on a daily basis from a general store. But in the late 1800s, this is when packaging first came around, and it was Nabisco that first put biscuits in a folding carton. And that was revolutionary because it changed everything. It changed how the housewife was actually now able to plan meals, store food, and not have to make trips to the grocery store every day. Well, that continued to the 2000s. You see Tide, and what packaging was doing, it was pushing a message. One directional, out from the consumer product companies, the marketing message out to consumers. Now comes the early 2000s. And TV is no longer a way to attract the consumers because people are more spending time on their computers than they are in front of their TV sets. So first moment of truth, or the ability to stop people in the aisle, in the retail shelf, through shelf appeal, was really what had come out and practiced in the early 2000s. And Prilosec is a good example of that. It certainly went on allocation several times during its launch in 2004. But then, once again, shoppers changed. In 2009, we have personalized Kleenex boxes. We've got QR codes on ketchup bottles, as well as personalized Coca-Cola all throughout Europe. And at this point in time, packaging is now having a conversation with consumers. So it's two-way. This is now where packaging has grown to create a higher level purpose, and that is the essence of my message today. So if we look at that, what has changed that is, take a look at this photo. This is an AP photo of the last Pope's inauguration. Now let's compare that to this Pope's presentation and inauguration. What do you see? The proliferation of mobile devices. And I say mobile because they're hardly used as phones. They're really used for Facebook, texting, photography, much more so than phones. But this now is creating individualization. And it's that individualization that is changing the whole shopper behavior and the shopper journey. So as we look, mass production, which is what was going on 10 years ago, is quickly coming to an end. We see SKU proliferation. The average grocery store is now carrying 48,000 SKUs in the US, and that's been growing double digits for the last 12 years. So it's all about individualization. People do not want plain vanilla products. They want now products that are speaking to them. And why is that? Because they're all individual, and each one of them are able to create content. The power is now in the hands of the consumers. They're creating more content than institutions are. So with that, where are these people? Where are these shoppers and consumers? They're now in social media. So packaging needs to be where the consumers are, and this is the large part of the message that I have for you today. So when we look at that, packaging touches consumers in four ways. We call this the moments of truth, and there are four of them. Let me explain these to you because this is important for any one of you that have a brand, that want to grow that brand. The first is the zero moment of truth. What is the zero moment of truth? It's that point in time in which you are exposed through electronic media. This could be an electronic coupon to a new product, a product upgrade, a YouTube video, or what your friends are saying about your products. And you will believe more what your friends are saying about products than any marketing material that's pushed to you. So that's a very powerful new media. Second most important is the first moment of truth. This is for the retail shelves. This is when you are walking down the aisle or speeding down the aisle, that a package can stop you, hold you and make the sale by having you put that package into your grocery cart. So we'll talk more about how that is done, but here, this is all about getting trial and purchase. The next one is the second moment of truth. And this is the time in which a consumer will actually experience the use of that product. The package plays an important role at that moment. It is all about, does the package contribute to a new experience, an experience of feeling luxurious, a feeling that it works with the strategy of the brand and the product. And that's important because if that is a positive experience, that's going to create repurchase. Okay, so the first two are about purchase, the second is about repurchase. That's how you grow your brand. The last moment is the third moment of truth, which is about the disposal of that package. If that disposal is easy, if it is also environmentally friendly, then it leaves you also with a good feeling that you have done something responsible. So all four of these moments are aspects that a package needs to be considered in, because all four of these are touched by the consumer. Now I'm going to go a little deeper and look at what have you done so far. You've had shape, color, and substrate to play with. And those are three important elements. And they play on the retail shelves for that stop, hold, and make the sale event. But if that's all you do, that's not far enough. So what also needs to happen in the new opportunity is to be present in the internet and mobile space. Okay? Being here allows you now the opportunity to elevate your brand through packaging to create a connected experience. Okay, here's an example. Frito-Lay in the UK, called Walker's Chips, allowed their first 1,000 Facebook followers the opportunity to provide a unique text, a name, a phrase that they wanted. They were then printed on the potato chip bags and sent back to those Facebook followers. Now, this promotion took place a few weeks ago. There certainly were some very unusual things that created additional PR for Frito-Lay, such as marriage proposals and friend requests. So this is clearly one aspect of how you connect social media with the physical world of packaging. And those two worlds need to be connected. Now to go on, let's look at what the shopper does, what their choices are, what their journey is. And there are three important journeys, and this is the most important part of my message to you today, that through packaging, you need to consider the retail shelves. We've always known that. Two, online shopping. This is the e-commerce route. This is growing rapidly. We hear about the rise of Amazon and even the large CPGs all have e-commerce sites. You need to be present here. And the last one is the ability to connect through social media. A consumer is going to absolutely go through each one of these today. There is no one route any longer. So you need to ensure that you have a marketing plan that puts your brand and package through each one of these. I'm going to break it down. What do each of these look like? And I'm going to give you some examples. So first, the retail shelves. Here's where Custom Print Plus really comes in as technology and creating relevancy to motivate trial, instant savings on pack. Here's what Custom Print Plus did, is it took Shear's potato chips and it added onto it on their packing lines the ability to enter into a sweepstake, which was to have serialized numbers, so it has to be done through digital printing. And that's when you scratch this off and you enter that in a computer, and it allowed you the opportunity to win season tickets to the Ohio State basketball season. So this is a great targeted program because that was done in Ohio. That's where it plays. And the micro-targeting and regionalization was followed by Custom Print Plus, which allows you to not just print, but follow that package all the way to palletization and all the way to distribution. So it's a wonderful technology for on shelves. Let's take a look at the second one, e-commerce. Now this is a great example of what Pepperidge Farm have done. 1 year ago, during Thanksgiving, they launched Goldfish My Way. What that allowed you to do is to go to a website and you could upload text and photography to actually personalize Goldfish pack for your child, for your child's birthday party, for your child's class party, for other events. And I'm going to pass this around. And these things create high value. They are more than what the ordinary non-personalized or customized pack goes for in the grocery store. So this is an example of e-commerce. Lastly is the connection with social media. You know, I ask this question all the time of brands. I ask, do you have a Facebook page for your brand? And I know the answer to that, and the answer is yes. And then I ask, what are you doing with Facebook? And that's when the conversation really starts, because they don't have a clear answer. Everyone is really exploring and experimenting. Well, here's some best-in-class example that I've liked, where one company here has taken the virtual world and connected to the real world of packaging. This is the case of Danone yogurt. Danone yogurt has a little yogurt drink, little bottle that you see there. And what they offered their Facebook followers was the opportunity for you to send in a picture of your child, and they would send back to you in the mail, and you got something like this. What they would send back is an Actimel Hero with your child's picture on it, and it was as simple as this program, which is 2 pieces of cardboard with 2 halves that you put together, okay, a front and a back half, and you created a little sleeve. And of course, to use this, you needed a bottle of Actimel, and a child would have a whole new experience. You also got a coupon for an 8-pack of Actimel. So, what did they achieve with such a program for their Facebook followers? 2 things. 1, the people that received this were so intrigued by this promotion that they certainly shared this with several of their friends. Those people went to Facebook and became Facebook followers of Danone. So they increased their Facebook following. The second thing is they increased consumption, because through this experience, it became pretty cool to drink some more Danone yogurt, and the coupon also helped. Very simple program, very targeted to Facebook friends, and it's the connection of the real world, of the virtual world and the real world. So, what does custom print look like? What does it do? You keep your current planning system as it is for your next promotion. You basically communicate that program to Custom Print Plus, and you'll see the science behind the magic here in just a minute. And that will trace and track and hold and register the information, which then is printed on your packing lines. So no changes to your packing lines except the addition of a printing head, which is controlled by Custom Print Plus. That pack is then tracked into the carton is tracked in the pallet, and it gets to the targeted market that you're intending. So I leave you with 3 things that you can do right after this presentation. First thing is check out the demonstration behind me, because this will bring to light exactly how that's done. The visual is much more simple than the flow chart. Second, get a sample to Fast Technology so that you can get some graphics into your context, your package, so that you can start to see the possibility of what your promotion would look like. And then thirdly, think of a small pilot test. Think of a city or an area, an event that's coming up on your marketing calendar. This is really low risk. I should almost say no risk. So these are 3 easy ways to step into trial and attempt to grow your brand. The last thing on that, you'll see that long runs were produced and a space left open, and in that space is the variable data, the contents that Custom Print Plus can print on your equipment. And this could be used as a mailer. If, for example, this was a coffee bag, this would be sent automatically through the mail. Or here's an example of a scratch off. There are some dollar coupons printed directly on pack. So there's all kinds of opportunities. So I thank you, and I'll take any questions. Okay.